Alrighty, we're pleased to be joined today by a guy that's from Regina, Saskatchewan, AAA phenom, first rounder in the Western Hockey League, recently picked in the first round to the Columbus Blue Jackets, 12th overall, Rookie of the Year in Sioux Falls, stud with the Medicine Tigers, and with all of that, we are pleased to have join us today Cole Sillinger.
Thanks for having me on, Coach and Rip.
Absolutely.
No problem, buddy.
Was I correct there? Was it Rookie of the Year in Sioux Falls?
Yeah.
Is that any good? So right off the intro, you're pretty good. So let's just kudos to that. Usually on this podcast, as Rip knows, we touch base and go, hey, how are things back in the old days? But you're only like, what are you, 17? 18 now. So it's tough to go all the way back. But let's talk about just what you were doing as a young Cole Sillinger, growing up in wherever you grew up, I guess, Regina.
Grew up here, yeah. Played, when my dad finished his career, moved back here and played the majority of my minor hockey, and then played spring hockey here as well, coached by Rip's dad and Jamie here, two good coaches. And my first year I moved away was actually my Bantam draft year. Moved out to Penticton. Both my brothers were playing there. My dad accepted a job, so kind of made sense for me to go down there, for our family to be together one last time. And then after that, my junior career started. So yeah, like you said, it's earlier on in my career, but I've been bounced around a little bit.
Wow, you're just a professional, hey?
Veteran.
Veteran interviewee.
He's done with
already.
300 interviews in the last 3 weeks.
Okay, well then let's just spin this back a little bit. When you're playing, younger sports when you're younger, what were you playing? Baseball, hockey, football? What kind of other sports were you doing
Golf.
besides hockey?
Yeah, played every sport. I mean, in elementary school, volleyball, basketball, badminton. I mean, everything you name it. Only other two were competitively would be golf and lacrosse. Stopped playing lacrosse in my grade 9 year, and I guess took golf a little lighter as well.
I hung out with Cole quite a bit as he's growing up.
Not a big deal.
Cole's one of these assholes that's good at everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Just natural athletes.
Yeah, stupid. So, fuck you, Cole.
Okay, well, you just mentioned too, you went over to play for the Okanagan prep team, and you had quite the success over there. You mentioned your dad took a job. Walk us through that success at playing at a young age out at the prep school there.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the first time. I mean, growing up in minor hockey here, it's not like, you have to practice like 3 or 4 times a week, and then games on the weekends. So there's really no off-ice training or anything like that. So it was a real eye-opener when I went down there. In BC, they had us on a real good training program on the ice, 7 days a week, skill coaches, everything like that. So it kind of taught me the pro way. So that was good in a sense, and thought that took all the stuff that they were saying and just kind of driven my success. I mean, I had real good teammates down there. Dixon Ward, Turner knows him. Yeah, he's a beauty. Yeah, his son was playing for the V's, went through the academy as well. But yeah, he's got a real good program down there, and treats us like pros, which is awesome.
You'd love to hear it. Sil, I want to talk about the 2018-2019 season with the Regina Pat Canadians. As a rookie, I believe you led the team in scoring. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
76 points in 39 games. Incredible. Actually, at one point when I was playing AAA, I was leading the lead in scoring for a month and a half, so not a big deal there. But alongside playing 4 games with the Tigers, that 15-year-old year, correct?
Yeah.
Walk us through your first year of the Pat Canadians and your only year, but just all the success that you had.
Yeah, I mean, coming back, I moved back here as a young guy, 15-year-old. I mean, it's been kind of a dream of mine ever since I watched my brothers go through the programs to play for the Pat C's. Around town here, they got a kind of a high profile. Darren McKechnie was a coach there, and he's a real good coach. And we had a real strong team. We kind of shit the bed in the Max Cup a little bit, but towards the second half, we really made a run to go to the Telus Cup. Ended up we lost in the finals against Notre Dame. But yeah, through the entire year, I mean, we had a little bit of injuries, which sucked on our team. Had to kind of bring in a bunch of APs throughout the year, but individually, had Carragata and I guess Carson White or whoever on my wingers. For majority year, and we just clicked and found some success that way, and overall real good year.
I'm gonna ask a question. I mean, usually you ask this to people at the latter portion of their career, but you seem to found success from like Bantam to now. Like, when was it like, wow, like scoring goals is pretty easy for me, and like it comes often and early?
I mean, never really like a certain point. I mean, I think that's just kind of my game and how I play. I see myself as a goal scorer. Whether it's it was in midget, whether it was in Bantam, in the Western Hockey League, USHL. Something I was just trying to find and something to really work on in practice is, I mean, going down on the goalies, always trying to shoot to score, and I think that just translates to my game very well.
So you go 11th overall to the Medicine Hat Tigers that year, right? Correct? Or the year before that, right?
Year before.
Year before. You play 4 games for the Tigers as a 15-year-old. Did that, really help your success to where you are now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no, they were nice enough to give me a couple games in Regina, so I mean that was pretty special for me. But I mean, yeah, I played 4 games and I played the entire playoffs with them when I was 15. I think it was like 6 games the first round against Edmonton Oil Kings. And I mean, no, that summer I kind of knew the league and knew the whole culture and the organization and knew how hard I had to work if I wanted to have success as a 16-year-old. And no, I kind of just went in there at 16. I already knew the whole team, knew the organization, so kind of it was nice to have that part out of the way. And no, I give a lot of credit to my teammates there. They kind of just let me be myself and play with confidence as a young guy. So that's for sure key to my success now.
Love it. I want to ask about the draft, the Western League draft. I mean, you go 11th to the Tigers. Was there at any point, coming to Regina, or I mean, did you know you were going to Manhattan right away, or kind of thing, or how did that all work out?
No, I had no idea. I mean, that whole year, I was like, I mean, not 50-50, but I had no idea if I wanted to go to college or the Western Hockey League, right? I mean,
right.
I know you see both my brothers went to college. My dad went to Western Hockey League. Didn't really know the best development path for myself at the time, and no. When we're getting closer and closer to the draft day, teams would be like, okay, if we pick you, you got to come here. I'm like, well, I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to give you that definite answer yet.
Yeah.
So I was kind of a wild card through that draft. I mean, I had no idea where I was going to end up, and I'm just glad that Medicine Hat picked me and, I guess took a chance on me, sort of say. And when I went down there, I fell in love with the place and knew it was a place for me.
That's awesome. Well, how's your time been with the Tigers thus far? I mean, I know Turner, your dad and I had a bet going that I said you'd score 25 goals. He said 20. You kind of split us in the middle there, scoring 22 and 31 assists in 48 games. Walk us through your first full season. I mean, it seems like I don't know what it is, but Medicine Hat, Red Deer, Kelowna just always seem to produce good teams every year, and there's never like a rebuild. It's more of a reload mentality. Walk us through that experience. I mean, your first year with the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was great. It came in at 16, and no, Willie Desjardins, he came back. I mean, longtime NHL coach, coached the World Juniors, coached the Olympics. So, I mean, anytime you have a guy with that experience, you're going to want to, I mean, take whatever he has to say and take it to heart. He put me in positions that I dealt with in the past, and I got power play time, and I was playing a key top 6 role in the team. So, I like to think that I made the most of my opportunity there, and like I said earlier, I give a lot of credit to my line mates. They just allow me to be myself and play my game. And yeah, I mean, I got injured after Christmas there, which was tough. Missed some games.
That's why you didn't win the bet.
But yeah, the U17 tournament was also there. Kind of my first time putting on a Canadian jersey. It was actually a Medicine Hat, so
nice.
that was pretty special as well. And then, it was tough ending. I mean, we had a real good team. I like to think that we were the hardest working teams in the league and toughest team to play against. That was kind of our year to win. It was special. And, COVID kind of sucked. It put the end to the whole league there.
Rip, you got anything?
Nothing right now. Keep going.
Okay, well, you brought up COVID year, and, you're a lot more fortunate than, other players getting to, born in the States and, having that dual citizenship. We know that you could play down south, but some of our listeners may not know. So why don't you walk us through that whole, experience that you went going down to Sioux Falls and, playing there?
Yeah, I mean, it was at the end of August where Sioux Falls just listed me. Marty Murray, he's the head coach and GM there. He kind of knew that the States was in a position to play or have a normal year, sort of say, in the Western Hockey League. Was still getting pushed back further and further. And I was actually down there in October because the Western Hockey League gave all players release till December 20th, I think the date was. And I chose to go down there rather than going over North America or over to Europe or whatever. So yeah, I was down there, but there were still some transfer issues with Hockey Canada, USA Hockey, Medicine Hat, and Sioux Falls. So I was down there for about 3 weeks, had to come back, didn't play a game, which sucked. But I mean, in a way, it was good because I got to kind of get back in the thick of things and meet the whole organization, meet my teammates down there. And I had to really make a decision before January 10th. And the Western Hockey League came out with their kind of development plan of a 24-game season, but I mean, it was still in the government's hands. I mean, the government could have shut it down at any point.
True.
And in the first half, Sioux Falls specifically, but the whole USHL had a normal year. They had fans going. They kind of had, if a guy got COVID, they kind of had the COVID protocols lined up and knew what to do. In my time off, 10, 11 months off, I believe that I did everything I possibly could to make myself a better player, better person. I want to make sure I had the chance to prove that to myself. And I mean, it was my draft year, so playing games was the most important thing to me at the time. And I give kudos to Willie there, my coach at Medicine Hat, and my whole Tiger teammates. They were super supportive of me, kind of taking advantage of me being a dual citizenship or having a dual citizenship and heading down to the States. And give a lot of credit to my Sioux Falls teammates for opening me up with no open arms and allowing me again to be the player I wanted to be.
Dude, this Sioux Falls barn is so sick.
Yeah.
It's
I remember,
wild.
Yeah, like I'm looking at a picture of it right now, but I remember when I played in Penn, we had a couple USHL guys come back and play with us.
Yeah.
And that's all I talked about was the Sioux Falls barn. Like, when it was sold out, this place was bumping.
We sold it out this year, too, during COVID. Like, there was no restrictions.
Yeah. Really?
Like, we had... It seats over 10,500, I think, and we had like 10,400 in there this year. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. You posted an Insta.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And like all the boys, me, Calder, we were all sitting back in Canada. Like, fuck you, Sil.
It was unreal. I mean, we had so many special, like we had Pink and Rank, like the Wiener Dog night.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'd be there for sure.
Yeah, you went viral.
I'd be there for
it
sure.
was
right?
unreal.
Yeah.
Wiener Dogs.
At the time, actually,
The Storm get a poutine night.
the top three or the top two, I guess, what do you call it? Like most attended
Attendance,
game
yeah.
was the Super Bowl was 1 and we were 2.
Really?
In North America. And
That's wild.
Yeah, it was unreal.
You guys won that night, I hope, right?
Yeah, we won
Okay, good.
7-1. Yeah.
Just shit kicking. Point night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and I think that I asked earlier, but you win Rookie of the Year in Sioux Falls. Walk us through that, but also not 44. You end up wearing 34 like AM 34 Austin Matthews. So
Snapping it.
why not the 44? And walk us through the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, no, I went down there. I didn't really know I was a rookie. Like my team didn't treat me like a rookie. Well, no one really gets treated like a rookie anymore, but it was kind of just not an unexpected award, but something I didn't really know I was in the lineup or in the line for. I only played half the season. My mind wasn't really on no accolades at the time. Just wanted to help Sioux Falls do as best as they could. I mean, a good award to win, and I'm honored to accept that. I was down there. I went down there halfway through the year, and a guy was already 44, Michael Sitar, and he's been there for a couple of years, so wasn't going to take 44 from him, but 44 is my number.
You buy him a Rolex?
Yeah.
Say sorry, buddy.
He's just like, I'll take 2.
Yeah, I'll buy you a Slurpee for your number.
Okay, let's get to the most probably exciting day, obviously in your hockey career at this point. You drafted in the National Hockey League, 12th overall.
11th pick.
11th pick, 12th overall. Your old man gets picked at 11 to Detroit. I really thought you were going to be wearing the red wheel there with the wings, with him being drafted there. But you go 12, 11th pick. Your dad was 11th pick. Walk us through that whole day, that experience. Just what it meant to you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird year, just because so many people weren't really playing and stuff like that. And I believe that after, Power and Beniers there it was a pretty wide open draft class. I mean, anybody in the top, 15, you could argue that could have went from anyway. Like the order could have changed from 5 to 15, and anybody can win those places. So, come draft day, it was again, I really had no idea. Like it was so up in the air. I mean, I missed U18s, and that was a pretty highly viewed tournament for the draft.
Yeah.
And, it was just real fun day. I had all my family and friends, and some of my teammates from Medicine Hat, and some of my ex-coaches. We were all at the rooftop that night, and
were we ever?
yeah, it was a good time, and just up until the draft, I was super busy doing all these draft interviews and stuff like that. And just teams wanted to get to know me and know my personality, which was good. But in a way, makes you a little bit nervous, and you kind of have to set aside everything else and make sure you're on top of your draft interviews and stuff like that. But I actually had no idea Columbus made the trade. So whole draft day, I wasn't on my phone. Like it was kind of just a day for myself. Leading up to that, the whole week was I was on my phone doing everything. But yeah, so I just made sure I set my phone aside, and I had no idea Columbus made the pick. So made the trade. So when I was sitting in the draft room, like we saw the whole draft, I'm like, where's Chicago? Because Chicago had that pick. I'm like,
Right.
oh God, Columbus has this pick here, and no, it was a possibility. I knew they were interested in me. No, every time we had a conversation, no, I thought the communication was very well with them, and no, yeah, just super happy. I know everything kind of worked out the way it did.
That's awesome, man.
Mm.
So I'm gonna stay on the draft interviews. Was there any teams that kind of stuck out to you, and like you hear about the story about Kirby Dach getting grilled by Yzerman and his draft? Did anything happen to you that remotely like that?
A little bit. I mean, New York actually they asked some pretty tough questions. One that sticks out, it's like if they worded it weird. They worded it like super confusing, but like it was like there's a person in this world that hates you the most. Why do they hate you? So that's a pretty tough question to answer for me. And like I mean, any time a GM asks a question like, I mean, when do you think you can make the National Hockey League, or why should we draft you? I mean, those are questions you just have to answer honestly and stuff like that. But yeah, no, nothing about. I guess Yzerman he did grill me a little bit. He asked if I still or if I use beers as protein shakes like my dad. So,
Yeah, I do.
Did a good giggle about that one. But yeah, no, nothing too crazy for the most part. They were all pretty standard and pretty similar.
Did your dad play with them when they're
in Detroit? He broke in the league when he was the stud there.
Yeah. Fuck, that one's sick.
Yeah, Stevie Y.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Okay, so you just got back from World Junior Camp, correct?
Yeah, about a month ago now.
Okay, walk us through that quickly, and then we'll jump into some our questions from the gallery here.
Yeah, I mean, no, ever since I tested positive for COVID and couldn't go to the U18s, it was something on my mind that I wanted to be at that camp, and kind of trained all summer with my mindset of wanting to go to that camp. So when I got the call that I was going to be there, I was super honored, but very excited to get down there. And I know it was two teams. We split it. We had like 46 guys, I think, were there. So yeah, two teams, and it was just a week, get to know each other, practicing, and then finished with 3 games in 4 days. And yeah, I mean, I got to play with Kent Johnson a little bit, another Columbus 5th overall pick, and Cole Perfetti a little bit. He was actually my roommate. 2 really good guys, and yeah, I mean, game 1 was pretty good. I thought I played pretty well, competed hard, but didn't really get any puck luck. And game 2 was just kind of that way for everybody. Low scoring game. Guys' legs really started feeling it after a tough week of practicing and working out and stuff like that. And game 3 was pretty good. We mixed with the top U18 guys. So yeah, the U18s were there because they couldn't go to the Holinka. So the top guys from there mixed with us, and had a pretty good game there. It was a high scoring game, and found the back net a couple times, which was
4 times.
It's always good. It's always good to leave camps like that on a good note. I mean, you're only good as your last game, the old saying. So it was it'll be the World Junior team will be a real good team this year, and I'm honored to kind of be in the spot to try to push to make that team.
Wow, I love it. Okay, let's go to our questions from the gallery here. I have some, Rip. I'm sure you'll have some popping out of your brain right away here.
Yep.
But brought to you by Molson Coors. Meet new Vizzy Hard Seltzer with 100 calories per 355 milliliters. This variety pack has something for everyone to enjoy, including pineapple mango, blueberry pomegranate, strawberry kiwi, and black cherry lime flavors. I know Rip and myself love the diesel a few of these on the golf course, so if you're out and about, grab a Vizzy. All right. More hard seltzer. First one here. How's the golf game, Sil? I heard you were like Jovo yesterday, just up and down king.
Yeah, it's been all over all summer. I mean, I'm about a 6-7 cap right now, so I mean, not bad. Get off the tee well. Usually my second shot hurts me. Usually it's a little, I either push it, hook it. It bothers me, pisses me off. But yeah, I was put it for yesterday. I was going up and down pretty well, but Putter's been hot this summer, which is good.
Yeah, it was dialed.
I got a good stroke and use that to my advantage. But yeah, I mean, not too great, not as good as you two.
Well, yeah, we battle ourselves every day. we're grinding every day.
Yeah.
You got one, Rip? You want me to rip off you? All right.
Ripping off.
I have a couple here for you. Best locker room story thus far that you can tell.
I got to think a little bit about that one here. Honestly, a good story that I always tell the guys. I mean, it's golf related too. Every Easter, my dad or my family goes down to Arizona together, and my dad's got no, he's good buddies with Ray Whitney when he played, and
The
Shane
wizard.
Down, yeah, and Len Berry. So we usually get together on Easter supper and have a nice meal. And Tyson Berry's actually there, and I remember walking in, but Tyson Berry had McKinnon by his side. I'm like, Owen wasn't there at the time. He was somewhere. I think he was in Bemidji. It was his first year in Bemidji. And me and Lucas look at each other. We're like, that's McKinnon.
That's
we're like, oh God. And then it just ended up. We had a nice Easter dinner. Then for the whole remainder of the week, like we were playing golf, we were going for suppers, we were hanging by the pool, shopping, like everything, you name it. And I'm like, this is Nathan McKinney. He's starting to be my buddy. Like, he's a beauty. And he's a real good golfer, by the way.
And you're just calling him Sandbag all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's a story I always tell the guys. I mean, no, he's just such a real good guy. He's got a lot to compete. Same with Barry. I mean,
Yeah.
and he's texts me on draft night, texts me when I signed and stuff like that. So it's pretty special for myself.
Absolutely. Locker room DJ in Medicine Hat or Sioux Falls?
In Medicine Hat, it was Ryan Chuzowski, my lineman. He's a
guy's nasty,
19
eh?
Oh, he's sick. He's actually signed out in Toronto Marlies, so he's down there
Nice.
right now. In Sioux Falls, I had it a little bit. I played some DJ music. Will Deneen, he also played it. He's a American kid going to Yale next year, so
Oh,
smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, real
Yeah.
smart.
Oh.
But yeah,
Bumping the books for him, eh?
Yeah.
I'd say Chuzowski's got the best music.
Playing
that I've listened to.
Mozart. What were you playing then? What's your go-to?
Yeah, what's the go-to tunes in the room?
I mean, I like playing country. So, like, if it's a pregame skate, I'll hop on,
Yeah.
play some country for the guys, make sure everyone's staying loose. But I leave, like, the rap and all that EDM stuff up to other guys. Yeah.
That's the wild stuff, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
that's
is.
the wild stuff.
I
That's stuff I don't have.
I
though.
struggle playing
Yeah,
that stuff too. If
me
I'm
too.
on aux, I can
Yeah.
rip out country. Someone wants rap, no clue.
We'll play that one song though now. It's Friday there.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
All right, so lowest golf round, if you can recall what it is.
70. I shot a 70 this year
Nice.
at Wascana. Yeah, 2 under. I was actually playing with Huey, Glenner, and I think it was Adam Kidd was
Nice.
my foursome, and yeah, I was striping at that. I made one double bogey on the front nine, so it was 2 over on the front nine, part everything else, and then 4 birdies in the back, 2 under.
How
Dialed.
are ya?
Yeah, dialed.
Have a day.
Jovo.
I just went dash one, blew myself on it, and he goes, 70.
Okay. Do you, and I could be wrong on the year of this, but I'm pretty sure it's Adam. Do you remember in Adam who the coach was that took you off the ice or called the timeout just so you did some rest?
I remember this game.
Ripper.
So
Todd R. Todd R.
no, so Todd coached Silly and Adam, and
Yeah.
he had my brother Calder. He also had little Huey Blake,
Wagon.
and yeah, this team was a wagon. The Regina Wild,
Yeah.
and they're, I don't know, I want to say it was the semifinals or quarterfinals.
Regina tournament.
The Regina tournament.
Yeah.
So Silly's played his 60-minute game. Silly's played 56 minutes, and then he's probably finishing up a 7-minute shift, and he's dead tired. And there's 2 minutes left in the game, and the other team calls a timeout. Todd's like, oh, fucking rights. He's like massaging Cole's legs, like trying to get him ready to go. Cole goes out, snaps one home, ties the game. And then
let's go.
I don't know if he went and scored the game winner again, but
I think it might have been Huey actually.
yeah,
that scored the
then
game
they
winner.
win it. This coach calls a timeout. Cole wouldn't have played for the last 2 minutes because he was dying on the bench.
Season off. Yeah, that
Yeah.
year was fun. It was so
I'm
much
sure,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure the other parents were happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Sills
they-
played 12 minutes the last 8 minutes of the game. Okay, let's ultimate foursome on the golf course.
Like, can pick anybody or
Yeah.
people
Anyone,
I
yeah.
know? I'd probably pick Matthews. I mean, he's my favorite player.
Turner, Calder, Blake.
Matthews, Tiger Woods, because he's my favorite golfer, and I'd probably pick my dad, honestly.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good foursome.
It's a hell of a foursome.
I have 3 more.
Yeah.
I know you got
Keep
ripped.
going.
You kind of mentioned already, but worst part of your golf game?
Second shots, long
Second
irons.
shots, yeah.
Long
Long
irons,
irons.
5
You
irons.
need,
you
those
could- you-
hybrid irons, eh? That's what you
Yeah.
need.
Well, I only have a 3-wood, and I can't hit that, so I'm screwed.
He went driver off the deck yesterday, nuked it.
Nuked it.
He goes driver off the deck rather than 3-wood.
Like Jose Taylor.
Psycho.
Okay, two questions here, both meal questions. Pre-game meal and a cheat meal, because it looks like you don't eat anything bad. So
Yeah.
pre-game meal and a
Pre-game
cheat
meal
meal.
would be chickpea pasta with chicken, and no, whether it's meat sauce or tomato sauce, not too picky about that. and a Caesar salad. And if there's an oatmeal cookie there, I'll eat an oatmeal cookie.
Oh.
So that's my
Don't
best.
spoil yourself.
Yeah.
Oatmeal, hold the oatmeal.
I might lose an ab.
Yeah, that's my go-to. And a cheat meal for me. I kind of got a sweet tooth for chocolate, so a chocolate cake. That's a good dessert.
I bought 2 chocolate bars today. I ate one. My ass will shake for a week now.
Before we started this, I had 2 McDoubles and a poutine. There's my cheat meal. That's my lunch.
Okay, I have to ask about the pregame meal though. So
Yeah.
you said what was it?
Chickpea pasta and chicken.
So if you're on the road, is the coach is Willie the one? Hey, we need this for sale.
No, I'll just eat normal pasta and,
Okay.
and chicken. Yeah, we usually have a
Oh, so you're saying
pretty good variety on the
Okay.
road. Yeah.
They're like, no, sorry, Silly, you're getting a Boston Brute.
Me? I'm in.
No, yeah, we usually get pretty good meals on the road. I mean, there's
Yeah.
usually a variety of whatever type you want, and then a meat, if it's a salmon, if it's chicken. So we're pretty good that way. We don't really cheap out, which is awesome.
Nice.
It's a 2-parter here. What's your favorite road trip in the Dub, and then your favorite road trip in the U show?
I missed out on a good one. I missed out on the BC roadie. I was
Tough.
super pissed about that. It was during the U17s, and it was a 2-week road trip, and I was kind of really upset that I had to miss that. But I guess missed it for a good thing. So my favorite one was when we came through. We did the Regina. We played Regina, and we went up to Brandon, went to Winnipeg,
Yep.
played them twice, came back to Regina. It was about a week. It was pretty fun. I mean, especially you're coming through Regina.
Yeah, you're coming home.
Staying here. You get to maybe text your buddy, go for supper with them or whatnot. But yeah, that was for sure my favorite one. Down in the USHL, we didn't travel over to the East Division. I mean, it would have been pretty cool going to Chicago.
Yeah.
Or some nice cities like that. We really only traveled 2-3 hours away from Sioux Falls. Omaha was pretty nice. I mean, they got a good bar, made a pretty good setup there, pretty good weekend roadie.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say that.
Okay, you use black tape in your 4 games with the Medicine Hat Tigers, and now you use a full sock. Now, what? Why the change? And you prefer the sock?
Honestly, in summer skates, I always use white tape. I don't know why that is. I just never use black tape. I used black tape my whole midget career, and then that summer I just switched to white tape because you're doing summer skills, doing that Power Pro stuff, to see the puck. And then I guess I felt good and used that my entire year and still use it, but not really sure why. I'll grab any tape. I mean, I'm not that superstitious.
He's not like you.
If I'm
Attention to detail.
maybe if I go in a little drought or something like that, I'll switch it to black tape or maybe throw some puck marks on my white tape or something like that. But yeah, not too superstitious about that.
Okay, I have one more about just hockey, but it's more you getting ready for the game. What do you what's are you pregame napping? What's your what's kind of all your let's just do a day in the life of Cole Sunder.
Okay, so it depends if we skate. If we play the night before, I won't pregame skate. But if we don't play the night before, then I'll pregame skate. So pregame skate. After that, no stretch, ice bath. Kind of just shoot the shit with the guys, stay loose during the morning, and then have a small lunch. And then, I'm a big napper. I'll nap for, if I have the time, I'll nap for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be out I'll be out from
Really?
12 to 1, but then I'll wake up in the middle of my pregame nap. I'll eat my pregame meal, so my pasta and chicken, Caesar salad. And I'll go back to sleep for an hour and then wake up, shower, get my suit on, get ready to go. And then, at the rink, I'm not too bad about all that superstitious stuff. I just try to stay loose and, kind of just hang out with the guys, listen to music, and just make sure all my sticks are ready. I have to have 3 or 4 sticks ready, just in case I want to grab a new one as the game goes on. But other than that, I'm not too worried about putting what skate on first or anything like that.
You a sewer ball guy?
Yeah, I play sewer. I usually play 2 games. I play the team game and then the game before that.
Yeah.
Drink coffee, take a shit, like usual, like everybody.
I played Super Bowl one time and I got kicked in the nose with the ball and never played again.
Yeah.
I was I'm done.
I sit in the room and I just talk, tell stories.
Yeah, that's kind of the same way.
So did you learn that from your dad or other pros not to skate on certain days and morning skates and not pregame naps?
I think it's just for me on how I feel. I mean, every time I don't because we're practicing all week, right? So if we play say a Friday game, I mean I don't need to skate twice Friday, twice Saturday, and then skate all week. So just kind of, I kind of learned that that's when I play my best is when I take Saturday morning off if we play Friday, and then I mean, maybe it's do some little extra stretches or stay in the ice bath a little longer, maybe do a contrast between ice bath and hot tub, and still nap. I always still nap, but yeah, it just kind of depends as our schedule too. I mean, if we're playing Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, then maybe we won't pregame skate that much as well. And I mean, even the second half of the year, I mean, guys on our team, even in Sioux Falls, didn't really skate at all, just because how just the way it works.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
All right. Who's the best player you've ever played with, and who's the best player you've ever played against?
Played with. I mean, Jimmy Hamblin's. I think he's so underrated. He's a stud.
Your first year?
Yeah, my first year. I mean, he's probably the best player I've ever played with. Such a great guy, great captain. Was kind of my mentor through that whole year, so a lot of respect for him in that way. Played against the B Cousins. I mean, he was on Lethbridge, and we played him 8 times. He's by far he just controls the game. He's a unit too. That was a year in the World Juniors. They won him and Addison. They ran the power play in Lethbridge and on Team Canada. So they were clinics. I mean, he's so strong, so powerful. It's tough to get knocked off the puck. And
same division too.
I think his shot's so underrated. I mean, no one really talks about his shot. It's always his horse mentality and his playmaking ability. But I mean, his shot is so lethal as well.
Rip, you got any more?
You know what? We'll go back to golf here. What's the best course you've played at, and what is a course you want to play at besides Augusta?
Besides Augusta, you're lucky you said that because I would have said Augusta.
He's probably closer to playing with us than we are, though.
Best course I've played at. I mean, there's a couple. I've played both Whisper Rocks up around Lower down in Arizona. I mean, Mickelson's a member there. It's a pretty nice course, but I'd probably say Muirfield Village down in Columbus. I played that 3 or 4 years ago.
There's a free membership coming.
No free ads.
Yeah, that's for sure one of the. Just it was my favorite, just in the sense is it was so scenic too. I mean, up and down. I mean,
the undulations.
Yeah, undulations and stuff like that. I'd like to go over to Europe and play St. Andrews or want something over there. I mean, I mean, Jamie and my dad was over there a couple times, and they say the courses over there are unreal. So I'd like to get out there.
I'd love to hear it.
That's pretty sick.
I think I'm good, Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did want to say, Cole, wherever you end up playing this year, we'll be watching you. We'll stay in contact. We'll do this again. I hope. Don't forget about us when you're a big dog.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming on the show today, Cole. We all 3 of us have men's night as this is being recorded.
I'm gonna peel you for money tonight, buddy.
We better hurry up and get to the course and
peel you for your signing bonus.
Okay, thanks so for coming on, man. We appreciate it. And we'll best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Silly.
Yeah, thank you very much, Coach and Rip. Always a pleasure talking to you guys.